Time is your greatest resource. Time is the thing that we have the least of. Time is the thing that you have to respect. How you use it, how you manage it, it's all about the time. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to laugh and a time to cry. Steal my house, steal my car, steal my clothes, but whatever you do, don't waste my time. We cannot use the time we've lost. We cannot use the time we've wasted. The only thing we can use is the time we have left. And the question is, what are you going to do with the time you have left?
Life is a fleeting vapor. It soon passes by us and it's gone. And I know it sounds a little negative to say that, but I have to keep telling you that, because if I don't tell you, you'll forget. And all while you're forgetting, hair is coming out in your brush. All while you're forgetting, your teeth are sagging in your gums. The skin is coming loose on your face. And if I don't keep telling you, time will slip by you like money through your hands and you won't know where it went. And you'll look around and be a little old lady on wobbly knees, wrinkled skin and sagging breasts, and not know what day you got that way. For I assure you, you will either get old or die young. So every moment is important. If you don't seize the moment and suck the very life out of it, ravenously, fiercely, with tenacity, the enemy will have stolen your greatest resource, which is time itself. Every morning you wake up, you need to blow God a kiss and thank him for another day. And to seize that moment and to understand and to appreciate it is the epitome of life itself. And I guess I'm philosophical because I think all the time. I think all the time about everything and everybody. I think all the time, very analytical about everything, assessing situations. I want to talk to an elect group of people. I normally try to fit the whole congregation, but today I would be happy to talk to 10. I would be happy to ignore the masses of you and reach the minority if I could get this thought into somebody's head. I want to describe someone who is thinking and wondering and has always wondered why they were so different. There is a feeling that comes upon people that are elect and special. A feeling that is not particularly celebrative. It's in fact frustrating. Because our instinct is not to be elite. Our instinct is to be accepted. And we want drastically to fit in. We want to fit in. That's why we change our hair with changing styles. Sometimes it's not even that we like the style better, it's just that everybody's wearing it this way now. And we want to fit in. And the fear of having an old hairdo, regardless of the fact that it looked good on you, sometimes will intimidate you into change because we desperately need to be accepted. And when we seek acceptance, many of us become frustrated only to find out that no matter what we change about ourselves, somehow we're still not accepted. For one reason or another, we're not accepted. If it's not our economical status, our social status, it's our academic level. If it's not our academic level, it's the color of our skin. If you resort back to people of your own ethnicity, they still separate from you. If you say, well, I'm going to leave my people and stick with my family, they still separate from you. And ultimately you find yourself kind of isolated. And you begin to wonder, why am I not accepted? Not understanding that God has crafted you uniquely and specifically for his own divine purpose. And that God never made two people alike ever. That you are unique in and of yourself, and he didn't mean for you to be like anybody. and you begin to understand yourself is the epitome of wisdom. To understand who you are. In the process of understanding who you are, you have to come to the one who made you. Because you ultimately have to ask him. When you get through asking people, what do you see in me? What do you think of me? And how do you like me? You ultimately have to go back to the manufacturer and say, why am I thus? Why am I like I am? Which leads you to self-analysis. Who am I? Why am I? Where am I? How am I? And what am I to do? At the point that you get to these questions, you are ready to mature. As long as you're trying to figure out who everybody else is, you're not ready. There are a group of us that are not at all interested in finding out the latest gossip on anybody. There are a group of us who don't return the phone calls of people who have the latest scoop. Maybe there was a time that we would have really been fascinated to know what was going on in somebody else's life, but now there's so much going on in our own lives. If we can master who we are, if we can analyze how to raise our children, if we can figure out the struggle in our own house. I'm so preoccupied with what's going on with me that I don't have time to critique what's going on with you. I have to know who am I. That's this thing that gets down inside of you, and it begins to incubate potential. You have potential. Potential can be a frustrating thing, because there's a difference between having potential and performing at the level of your potential. All of a sudden you begin to understand, I feel like I have potential. How many people feel like that? I feel like I have potential. I can't even identify it. I can't specify it. I can't articulate it. But I feel like there is something down inside of me that is yet to be developed, that if it came to fruition, it would change the world as I know it. I feel like there is some reason why I was raised like I was raised. There is some reason that I went through what I went through. There is some reason that I endured what I endured and survived what I survived. I feel like somebody who has all the raw ingredients, the flour, the butter, the milk, the sugar, everything to make the cake. I just need somebody to help me put this together. Potential, unrealized dreams laying down in the belly of my spirit. It begins to get down in you, and as time passes, you begin to say, I've got to answer the questions, because I'm convinced that life is some sort of huge, enormous test. It's just a big test with lots and lots of questions, primarily fill in the blank. And the issue is to fill in the blank before the bell rings and life is over. And I die with unanswered questions. Life is one big test. And if I can get out of me all that's in me before the bell rings, I passed. Don't let me die with the question still left blank. I must have the answer. Have I got your attention? It is this kind of mental pursuit that separates you even more from people, because everybody else just wants to talk about foolishness. What was the score of the game? Who won? What's up? What's going on? But as life begins to tick and tick and tick and tick and tick, you're ready to deal with some serious questions in your life. I don't even like to be around silly people. I'm allergic to silly people. They make me itch or something. I have an allergic reaction to them. They make my eye twitch or something, because I've come to a point now that I like to be around people of thought. People that are thinking something, people that are doing something, people that are going somewhere, because creativity is contagious. And if you get around somebody that's creative, it is contagious. Somehow by divine osmosis, it just carries over and begins to affect you. And sometimes you just get hungry to be around somebody who is thinking something.